And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment. With me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for the brand new CW Arrowverse show, Superman and Lois. That's right, Superman and Lois is here. It's finally here, and now we get to see exactly what Superman is going to be doing while he's not with Supergirl. First of all, this show is like completely different from what the Arrowverse has normally given us. We get to see the tone of the show is like very different. It feels like I'm watching Man of Steel, like to be continued kind of like what Man of Steel left off right before Batman v Superman. The same tone. He's wearing the same kind of like the same costume in a weird way, and this just proves that this show is like very, very different from what we have normally seen with the other Arrowverse shows. Because we know with the Arrowverse show, they're very kind of colorful, not really colorful, but could be dark, but not really. In its own unique flavor of what the Arrowverse is with all the shows, and it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, depends on how they go with it. But yeah. So excuse me. The main story about this is basically Superman now has two kids, and now he's going to be raising both of his kids in Smallville. Now, in the beginning of the episode, we get to see Superman do his thing, save everybody. He's working with General Lang, which is his father-in-law, so that's something new. And now he has two kids. Like the last time we saw Superman and Lois, it was Crisis, and they only had one kid, Jonathan. He was a baby. Then when Crisis ended, she ended up saying that your boys are having problems, and he goes, boys? And that's why we have two now. Now we have Jonathan Kent and Joseph Kent. And Joseph Kent is kind of like the quiet, shy type kid, while Jonathan is Mr. Football hero and all that stuff. The football jock, the typical one. I get all the girls, I do this, I do that, varsity jack and all that stuff. But he wasn't wearing one, but anyway, you get my point. And by the way, I'm going to spoil some stuff here, so if you don't want to know, tune into it later. Anyway, we get to see Superman, do his job. We're probably going to see him doing his reporting stuff. He gets to the Daily Planet and literally gets fired. So that's something new from Superman. It's lore that we've never seen, him getting fired. And how is he going to deal with that? Well, he gets more tragic news. He ends up finding out that his mother just passed away. He goes back to Smallville, and his mom passes away. Martha Kent has passed away, which is a surprise that they have done that, because I don't remember any version of Superman where his mother is dead while he's being Superman. It's very, very unique. Maybe there's a comic book somewhere that I don't know about. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Superman fan, but that was a shock to me, because I was like, we all love Martha Kent. Martha Kent's Martha Kent. We need her. We can't have another Batman v Superman situation where Martha and then Martha. So it's very, very weird that they did that. But, normally, Jonathan Kent would have been gone, which they did show us he had a heart attack, which was normally from what they did with the Christopher Reeves movie, and very different from what they did with Man of Steel. But, yeah, so now he lost both parents. And he goes back to Metropolis, and Metropolis looks so different. Metropolis is now this fun, happy-go town that everybody loves. Great farming, fun people. No, it's become a place where people have lost their jobs. Farming's not doing well. And Clark notices that, and he's like, wow, I've been away. He should be there. He feels like he should be there trying to fix he can. But, him being Superman, he's got more responsibility to the planets than just one place. But yet, he realizes that that's his home. That's where he became Superman, So he goes back with the family, and the boys end up, I guess, getting curious. Something happens where they go to the barn. An accident happens where a bunch of metal, long barrel things fall on top of them. Jonathan dives them to save Joseph. Joseph gets, he falls from the ladder, and then the barrels come down, and then Jonathan dives in to save him, and then nothing happens. Superman shows up, and there's no scratches on the boys. How's that happen? Well, it seems like, maybe they both have powers. Probably. But only time would tell. Then the boys go to a party with Lana Lang's daughter. Yeah, that's right, Lana Lang, and which is Clark's former girlfriend, and all that. So it was very cool seeing Lois and Lana in the same room and not be jealous with each other. So that was cool. But yeah, so and the boys go to a party. Joseph ends up kissing Lana's daughter, and then the boyfriend shows up. Fight happens. Then Joseph, I guess, has heat vision, comes out of his eyes, and then things escalate there. And then I guess Joseph realizes that he has powers now. After the fact that before that party happened, he finds out that his father is Superman, because Clark wasn't gonna tell his sons that he was Superman because he wanted to protect them and he wasn't sure how they would handle it. They didn't handle it really well. When they found the ship, they found out they was lying to him. Then they found out that his father's an alien. Then they're half alien in a weird way, and But when they found that they got powers, everything just turns back to normal for them, I guess. So that's a thing. So yeah, but yeah, the tone of this show is very different. I feel like this is kind of like a soft reboot for the Arrowverse. Because I didn't read anything about the show. I didn't really read the synopsis. I wanted to be open-minded and just go into it blindly. Which I should have just read something about, oh yeah, they did this because this is an outside world. Or no, I really didn't know anything. They had like a special afterwards explaining the show to the people. And they said this is the Arrowverse. So I would assume this is a soft reboot. Kind of like in a way where Iron Man 3 was a soft reboot of the MCU moving into the next phase. Because if you look at Iron Man 1 compared to Iron Man 3, completely different films. But yet Iron Man 3's vein and tone kind of helped boost up what the MCU is like today. So it kind of feels like this is what happening right now. Arrow started the Arrowverse. That's gone now. And we're losing Supergirl, which has always been colorful and fun. And now we're getting this darker tone Superman Lois show that's gonna help move up the Arrowverse next shows. So maybe Stargirl's gonna be a little bit more darker moving forward. Flash already is at that point where it could get dark, at the point where they're on that level already. Black Lightning's ending, so there's that, which was already in its own dark tone of its own thing. So it is a possibility that this could be a new version of Superman and Lois. It could be a new Arrowverse universe. I just don't know. I really do not know, because the last time we saw Superman and Lois, like I said before, we saw Jonathan. He was a baby, and it was just one baby. Then after Arrowverse happens, they have two, and now they have two, like I guess like 15, 16 years old. So who knows? But so far, fun show. And then Superman ended up fighting this robot guy who came out of nowhere because he attacked a nuclear power plant, which Superman saved in the beginning. Then we find out at the end of the episode that guy was Lex Luthor, which looks completely different from, he looked different from the back, because I believe he looked African American. I'm not really too sure. It was hard to see. But the actor, if they got an African American actor playing Lex Luthor, that's cool. But what happened to the other Lex Luthor? So, it's very confusing. Because the other actor who plays from 2.5 Men, he's Lex Luthor on Supergirl. So, is this in the Arrowverse? Not really in the Arrowverse? Is he like Earth 5 or something? I'm still confused about where this show actually lands on. But we have to wait. It's the same face. And they can use the same faces for these shows as possible. So, anything can happen. But so then, I'm going to check out this show once in a while and see how it goes. But I had a really good time watching it. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it. And stay tuned for more. Thank you very much and have a good day.